So let us solve this problem. Let me read the question. There is a beam of 250 mm wide, 300 mm deep, which is carrying a UDL of 1000 Newton per meter over the span of 5 meter. Find the maximum stress developed in the beam. So this is the cross section of the beam. This is the width, and this is the depth of the beam. And if this is the neutral axis, the distance between the neutral axis to the topmost layer is t by 2, which is 150 mm wide. Depth. So now, what is he asking is he is asking you to calculate the maximum stress developed in the beam. So as I told you earlier, the maximum stress due to bending is going to develop at the topmost layer and bottommost layer. See, this is topmost layer, this is topmost layer, and this is bottommost layer. So what is the equation that we need to use in order to find out the maximum stress? Yes, bending equation, M by I is equals to F by Y is equals to E by R. This is the bending equation. So now only the first two terms are sufficient for me to use, which is equals to M by I is equals to F by Y, which implies I'm trying to calculate F, which is bending stress. Therefore, F is equals to M by I into Y. And see here, what is M, what is I, and what is Y? Okay, so since it is a UDL load that is acting on this simply supported beam, 1000 Newton per meter, it is very much easy to calculate what is the stress, what is the bending moment, right? See here, let me calculate the bending moment. So what is the maximum bending moment, guys? Bending moment is equals to W L square by 8, which is equals to 1000 into 5 square divided by 8, which is equals to 3125 Newton meter, which is equals to 3.125 kilonewton meter. So I know now I. What is I? BD cubed by 12 for rectangular cross section, which would be something like 5.625 into 10 to the power of 8 mm power 4. And what is the y, guys? What is y? Y is equals to the distance between neutral layer to topmost layer, which is equals to y max, which is equals to d by 2, which is equals to 150 mm. Isn't it right? So remember, y is the distance between the layer in which the stress is being calculated to the neutral axis or center of gravity. So I'm trying to find out the stress in the topmost layer, because in that layer only the stress is maximum. So I need to put y as distance between the topmost layer to the center of gravity, which is d by 2, and which is equals to 150 mm. So substitute those values here, guys. F is equals to 3.125 kilonewton. Of course, you can just write it down into 3 into 3 Newton mm, because the remaining values are in terms of mm, and I is equals to 5.625 into 10 to the power of 8 multiplied by y, which is equals to y max 150. So what is the stress? What is the stress value? So F max is going to be around 0.833 Newton per m square. So this is the value of stress that is present in the topmost layer, which is maximum.